let's serialize the value in the Redis to JSON format. We need to add one more configuration. So this is the Redis configuration, is a subclass of caching configurer support. So we need to declare this bin, which is a Redis cache manager. Basically, inside it, we need to rewrite the default behavior. Okay, so basically those two serializer need to be defined. One is for the key. Okay, so we use string, regular like string serializer, and then the second is the value. Okay, so the serialize the value with a JSON format. Okay, so actually this method gives us a generic Jackson2 JSON+Redis serializer. So inside it, it actually used Jackson framework. Okay, so Jackson framework is the default framework used by Spring to convert from JSON to Java object. Okay, so this is the Jackson framework, and not only by Redis, but also the RESTful web service anywhere that related to JSON, like including MongoDB. Anywhere that we need a JSON and the Java object conversion, so the Jackson framework is the default one. Okay, so anyways, so this configuration is very simple, and we can put the enable caching annotation above this config now. Okay, previously we put it on top of this class, the main class. But since we have a dedicated configuration, now we can put it in here. Okay, so it's not mandatory, but it's a good behavior. Okay, good practice. All right, so after this is done, then we just restart the server, and now if we go back to the Postman, where's the Postman? Postman, okay, it's here, and then run. Okay, so then check the Redis, and now you can see the value is written in a JSON format. Okay, so doesn't matter like what's the difference between this and the default JDK serializer, like the value which is not quite human readable. So this JSON format is more commonly used, and it's easier for the external services to read and manipulate, right? So this is the configuration that we can also customize our own serializer if needed, but you just need to know. Okay, so there is a customization here for the values. All right, so far all the Redis part is done, almost like an introduction level hands-on demo. So we, in order to accommodate Redis with the Spring Cache, so we need a POM XML dependency. We need a configuration that to enable the cache. Then we need a configuration for the Redis to convert from our Java object or Java class to JSON format and the string for the key and the values, right? And then in our service layer, okay, we need the cacheable annotation, and also we need the cache evict annotation, and also we need a cache put annotation. Those three annotations we can use to combine them together, okay, to manage our cache in a non-intrusive and declarative way, so that we don't need to write any piece of code. We just need to put annotations there. So this is a very simple process, okay. And just don't forget to update the POM XML. So the code is in the Redis cache branch. So I'm gonna just push it so that just don't use the master branch if you want to check the cache part, okay, of this. I'll just call it added Redis cache, okay, and I'll just push the code. Oops, okay. All right, and that's it. And this for the programmatic way that we Spring would provide a class called a Redis template. Okay, so this Redis template class can be used as a gateway, just like entity manager, like Mongo template, like Spring JDBC template, those class can be used for like more fine-grained operations, like the Redis template class. It provides us the options for different kind of data types, options for a hash, for list, for set, for zset. So if you want to write your program to use Redis as a normal database, you can still do that. Okay, but if you just use Redis as a cache, then you can just use Spring Cache and to plug this Redis with it, so that they can work together to use Redis as a cache storage. So yeah, that's pretty much all the videos about Redis. Thanks.